Yonai was brought into the world on to walk 1880 in Morioka, Iwate Prefecture, the main child of previous samurai Yonai Nagamasa. He entered Kajichō Primary School in 1886 and entered Morioka Center School in 1890. Subsequent to moving on from Morioka Center School, he entered the Majestic Japanese Maritime Academy. He moved on from the 29th class Royal Japanese Maritime Foundation in 1901. Positioned 68 of 125 trainees. Japan Community for Asian Authentic Records, ND. After sailor administration on the corvette Kongō and cruiser Tokiwa, he was authorized as ensign in January 1903. He served in authoritative situations until close to the furthest limit of the Russo-Japanese Conflict of 1904 to 1905, when he went to the ocean again on the destroyer Inazuma and the cruiser Iwate. After the conflict, he filled in as boss gunnery official on the cruiser Nitaka, war vessel Shikishima, and cruiser Tone after his advancement to lieutenant leader in December 1912. He moved on from the Maritime Conflict School and was doled out as maritime attaché to Russia during the level of the Second Great War, from 1915 to 1917. While abroad, he was elevated to commandant. After the breakdown of the Russian domain, he was reviewed to Japan and later became chief on the war vessel Asahi. He rose to the position of skipper in December 1920 and was in this way sent as maritime attaché to Poland from 1921 to 1922. On his revisitation of Japan, he was chief of the cruisers Kasuga 1920-1923, and Iwate 1923-1924, and war vessels Fuss in 1924, and Mutsu 1924-1925. Yonai was elevated to raise chief naval officer on December 1, 1925. He became head of the third part of the Supreme Japanese Naval Force General Staff in December 1926. Inside the Naval Force General Staff, he served on the Specialized Board of the Naval Force Specialized Department. He was named president of the main expeditionary armada, shipped off the Yangtze Waterway in China in December 1928. Following the progress of this mission, he was elevated to Bad Habit Chief of Naval Operations in December 1930 and put in charge of the Chinkai Watchman region in Korea. Yonai was provided Order of the Ijin Third Armada in December 1932, following which he again directed the Sasebo Maritime Locale, November 1933, Ijin Second Armada, November 1934, and Yokosuka Maritime Area, December 1935. Preceding getting arrangement as president of the Joint Armada and simultaneously the Ijin First Armada in December 1936. While in order at Sasebo, the Japanese naval force was shaken by the Tomozuru occurrence, when it was resolved that the essential plan of the Chidori-class torpedo boats was imperfect, consequently raising doubt about the fundamental plans of large numbers of the warships in the Japanese naval force. While in order at Yokosuka, the February 26 episode emitted in Tokyo, Yonai was visiting his escort in Shinbashi the night the endeavored rebellion started, 2 or 3 streets away, yet remained unaware of the circumstance until he got back to base the next morning. Yonai was designated state leader of Japan from January 6, 1940, generally fully backed up by Sovereign Hirohito. As top state leader, he proceeded with major areas of strength for the English, supportive of American position he held as naval force priest, and proceeded with areas of strength for him to the three-sided settlement with Nazi Germany and extremist Italy. Following the German control of the Low Nations and France in May-June 1940, The Royal Japanese Armed Force started to show disappointment with Yonai's enemy of German and hostile to Italian strategy. The conflict became evident toward the beginning of July 1940, as Armed Force Pastor Shunroku Hata started to scrutinize the state head openly when Hata surrendered. Yonai was thusly compelled to leave on July 21, 1940. The Japanese constitution required the military clergyman to be a deployment-ready general, and no other general would acknowledge the position. Because of the favorable to-pivot position of the Majestic Japanese Army, the three-sided settlement was endorsed on September 27, 1940. Thanks for watching this video.